Very good morning to all. So we are going to start chapter 6, The Secret of the Machines. The poem The Secret of the Machines by Rudyard Kipling deals with the problem of modern technology and automation. In the beginning, the reader gets informed about how machines are produced and what kind of treatment they need. Afterwards, the machines explain how they can serve humanity. But machines are not only useful, they can also lead to big disasters if they are not used in a right way. The poem ends with the statement that machines, although capable of great deeds, are still nothing more than creations of the human brain. The poem is divided into 8 stanzas, of which 4 consist of 8 lines and the other 4 have 4 lines each. The structure of the poem is rather irregular. The rhyme scheme follows the pattern of AB, AB, AB throughout the entire poem with no exceptions. So hearing the title of this poem, The Secret of these Machines, one could ask himself what secret. This question is given an answer to throughout the poem. The poem can be divided into 3 parts according to their content. In the first part, machines and the privileges given to mankind thanks to them are described. The second part, which comprises, deals with all the extraordinary works machines are capable of doing. The third part talks about the dangers humans are exposed to as a result of machinery use. To analyze the poem more detailed, I want to concentrate on the distinct stanzas. So in the first stanza, several devices are used. First stanza is the anaphora, which is used in the beginning of 1 to 4 lines. This stanza refers to the use of machines in different departments such as industrial production, agriculture and administration. In the second stanza, an anaphora can be found at the beginning of each line again. What follows then are only enumerations throughout the whole stanza which say what kind of different jobs can be done by machines. For example, we can print and plow and weave and heat and light. The author chose this structure in order to emphasize on how many various works can be done with the help of machines. The repeated word "and" in the second stanza makes it more interesting. In the third stanza, metaphors are used. The machines spoken of in this stanza are the telephone, the telegraph and the transport machines, like for example ships. When these machines were invented, it was for the first time possible to communicate over long distances. So in this stanza, the machines address directly to the reader as a representative of mankind. A device that is used in the fourth stanza is the ellipsis. In this stanza is talked about the machines. For example, big ships which have 9 decks, which is metaphorically called a monstrous 9-decked city in the text. So basically in the last stanza, we must accept the fact that our lives depend on machines more and more, but then suddenly some simple apparatus fails. The computer will not be ready to execute your orders. It can be different. So we should not give machines so big responsibilities. Automatic control of spaces, shuttles with human inside. Thank you.